Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of the Silverwood Show Podcast. And as you know, if you've been listening, I like to introduce my co-host in a certain special way every single week. But
this
one's going to be the best.
You're going to keep outdoing yourself every week?
Well, this is the best because it's our Valentine's Day edition. We have a very special guest later on in the show. And so I thought I'd write you a little poem.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Do you need music? No, probably not.
No, unless we had like some kind of like...
No, we don't.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Roses are red, coasters are fast. Welcome to the podcast that's always a blast. It's a Valentine special and love's in the air. And as always, we've got some thrills to share. But who is my co-host, you ask with intent? The man, the myth, the epitome of gent. A stilt walking pro, a dad through and through. And Susan the sheep, oh, she loves him too. He jump scares with glee, loves Tootsie Roll floats. You could honestly call him the ghillie suit goat. A horrifying coat rack, he's done it before. But today he's a Valentine and we'll meet his amour.
Oh, wow.
It's Jordan, my co-host and best boss of all time, here to help spread the love and put you front of the line. So buckle up, listeners. It's time to begin a Valentine's ride. So let's dive right in.
Wow.
Thank you. Oh, I got an applause this
Very
time.
good.
Okay, thank you.
That was well done, but they keep getting longer and longer, and I feel like
pretty soon
we're going to have a full episode. It's like, and to introduce our co-host.
That might be like my third. Good job, Sarah. Yeah. And maybe we'll just like cut it off at there.
Okay.
But will the listeners be sad?
I don't know. But if you're sad, email podcast@silverwoodthemepark.com.
Let us know.
But, I mean, it seriously could go on for 10, 15 minutes, and then it's going to be like, and that was our podcast.
Yes, and we are done. You know everything there is to know about Jordan at this point. So, well, you don't, though, because now we're going to play the intro game so that they can learn just a little bit more. So since I already gave you my poem, this is your first question. I need you to give me a roses are red, violets are blue. Finish it. It only has to be 2 lines.
Well, I'm going to change it.
Okay.
Okay. Stunt pilot is red.
Mm-hmm.
The wave pool is blue.
Ooh.
Silverwood is fun. And so are you. I don't know.
Yes, our listeners are so much fun. I love that. Was a really good job,
so
Jordan.
much.
I don't know if it was as good as mine, but you know. Okay, so now you get to ask, but everything's in my power because you burned your.
It's cold, okay? It's cold.
Would you like
my notes?
I'll
take it.
Okay, you can ask me anything.
Okay.
Oh, wait, but I put my answers on it. You can't see it.
Okay, you just ask him this time.
I'm going to ask him. Okay, if Cupid let you borrow his bow and arrow for the day, what would you do? I know what you'd do.
What would I do?
You'd scare people with it. You'd put it in scary wood and turn it into
it would be kind of fun. I mean, like theme parks in general is a place where people come and like they have like a first date or they do their thing. It's kind of fun to like, you know, shoot that little arrow.
Start some more stories.
Start the love stories.
Where remember when begins.
But for me, I would probably be a little mischievous with it.
You think? You think, Mr. Coat Rack?
Maybe,
okay.
Maybe. How about
you? Want to know what I do?
Yes,
I would go to all the local like animal shelters, and I'd hit everybody with my bow and arrow so they'd fall in love and be able to have a special Valentine like mine, which is my dog Cricket.
So you're only shooting animals?
No, I'm shooting the humans. So they fall in love with the animals.
I thought you were saying you were shooting like the dogs and the cats to fall in love with.
No, they're already in love. They're already in love. We're gonna shoot all the humans and get all the dogs and cats adopted.
Okay. So it's a arrow for humans that
humans
makes
like me who
animals
are lonely on Valentine's Day and can't get
Okay.
So I had to go get a pet.
You want one of mine?
Yes, I want Susan.
No, you can't have Susan, but you can have a chicken.
How about one of the geese?
Well, just no.
Can I have your dog?
Gertie, no. Well, you might have Pepper. You could potentially have Pepper.
Okay.
But you could have Clarence.
Who's Clarence?
Clarence is our cat.
I want Clarence.
Yeah, okay.
Mowgli needs a friend. So, yeah, Clarence that would be great.
One of the cats. He found us, and
that's how it happens.
He's blind.
What do they call it? Oh, really? The cat distribution system. You were chosen.
Yeah, you could put it that way. We're so lucky.
He's blind?
Yeah. He didn't come that way.
What did you do to him?
That's a weird way of putting it. He has two eyes, but he's old now. But he came to our door, and my wife thought we thought it was a girl.
Yeah.
And so she thought he was pregnant. He thought she was pregnant. So we named her Claire.
Yeah.
And she gave her food and all that stuff. I was like, this cat's not going away. So she brought her to the vet. The vet looks and says, Claire's a Clarence. And that's Clarence stuck. That's why his name,
that's hilarious.
That's how
Clarence
came to be. He's a cool cat, but he can't get around very well right now.
Oh, I'll take him.
He stays in our garage.
I'll take him.
Okay.
If that's okay with your wife.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No.
Okay. How about this? Tell us about a couple that you kind of admire and that you think epitomizes love. Oh God, he's laughing.
I don't know that I admire, and I don't know if I really thought about that ever.
Really?
Yeah, probably not.
See, I look at my grandparents.
Okay, well, yeah, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah. And my grandma and grandpa were together up until he passed away. Do you want to know how they met?
Sure.
It's not as cool as meeting at Silverwood.
Okay.
But kind of. So my grandma, she was kind of a troublemaker, and she was hitchhiking, and like nobody was taking the bait, right? Mm-hmm. So she laid down in the middle of the road and pretended to be dead.
And
my grandpa's the one that stopped.
Oh my God.
I know.
That's
and
a story.
They were together forever after that. Yeah, I think when he passed away, gosh, they had to have been, we celebrated his 60th. They had to be close to 65, 70 years together. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, if I would say my grandparents for sure would be that way, but I don't know. That's a good, I mean, I think.
You and Lauren.
Yeah.
There.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's, if I had to think about it, no, I don't know. I mean, maybe the couple in the Notebook.
Yes.
Right?
If I'm a bird, you're a bird.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just giving that generic answer.
No, that's great. That's a great answer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Who doesn't want to be that couple? Yeah. Oh, the rain scene with the boat.
All right, moving on. Okay. We'll go to the next one.
All right. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Oh. It was Jessica Simpson.
Jessica Simpson. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Hey, Nick Lachey wasn't too bad either. So
okay, well, back with like what was that show, the Newlywed Show that they were on? Mm-hmm. Was it just called Newlyweds? I think it might have been called Newlyweds.
Yeah.
That was like prime time for me.
Yeah, and now he's on some dating show with Vanessa.
He's not
as cute as he used to be, but yeah.
Well, is Nick Lachey yours?
No.
Who?
Okay, I was a weird child.
Don't make excuses for it. Go for it. Who was it?
I was a weird child. Do cartoons count? Because I had the biggest crush on Donatello, the Ninja Turtle. I'm sorry. I don't know what was wrong with me. I was an only child. This is why you have to get Quinn a sister and brother.
Oh my gosh. That was the least expected thing I've ever heard. Why? Tell me why. Are you like into green?
No, he's purple.
Well, he's not purple.
Yes, he is.
His headband's purple.
Yeah, his face thing's purple.
Yeah, well, his head.
I liked purple. He was super smart. He was like the brains of the operation, and he could party hard too and have a great time. Not as much as Michelangelo, but he could do it.
It's Donatello.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. I also have a sea turtle on my back. Not that they were sea turtles,
makes
but
sense now.
Yeah, I have a turtle thing.
Yeah,
that sounds so bad.
Yeah, it sure does. We might need to cut this out.
No, do not go there.
Oh, man.
But yes. So that was my childhood crush. This is also why I only have a dog and a cat on Valentine's Day.
Was it the cartoon? Because then they came out with
not the real ones.
Live action.
This was just when I was a little kid.
Okay.
I was like in kindergarten. Yeah.
That's okay.
I was a lonely child, apparently.
To each their own.
Okay. Do you have any date disaster stories? It doesn't have to be you. It can be anybody. Like really great stories of. Oh, he does. You can tell he does.
Yeah.
Tell me.
I'm not going to name names on this one.
Okay.
But,
you don't have to.
So we were headed to a University of Washington football game.
Okay.
And it was like a double date.
Okay.
And on the way into the game, the girl broke up with the guy. And we had to all sit next to each other.
Oh, no.
And drive back from Seattle to Spokane.
Oh, no.
This was a Saturday. We had to drive back the next day to Spokane all together.
Ooh, how tense and awkward was that?
Yeah. He didn't sit with us the whole game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he found some other seats. But
no.
it was very awkward.
Oh,
but
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That is. How about you?
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I had one. I don't date often, but I met this guy in Arizona who was very career driven, very, just kind of checked all the boxes, right? He asked me if I want to go on a date to the Arizona State Fair. And so I go on this date with him. I show up at his house. First of all, I had to drive myself. Girls, no. So I show up at his house. Why am I going to a stranger's house? Second of all, not smart. I get to his house. He comes and opens the door, looks me up and down with absolute disgust. It was the weirdest thing because I was super cute that day. And he goes and his house is super dark and he doesn't offer to take my coat. He doesn't offer me a place to sit, anything. He's like, I've got to finish up a couple things for work. Just hang tight or whatever. And he goes into his office and he just he's typing emails. No conversation. I was so uncomfortable. Never been so uncomfortable in my life. And I'm like,
did you leave?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, does he want me to leave? Well, he finally gets up and he's like, all right, well, I'll drive.
Oh, you're still here, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, man.
And then so we go to the fair. He drives. He then realizes he doesn't have any cash for parking. So we go to the bank. The ATM's not working. And he's getting angry. I mean, he's got some issues. And then he hit a curb on the way out in his fancy Jaguar thing. And I'm like, oh no, this is going to just end. It was just one thing after another after another. I kept telling myself, okay, you might not have anything to do with why he's having a bad day. Don't put it on yourself. And we get there and he does not want to ride a single ride, not even the Ferris wheel.
Well,
and I'm like, dude.
I wouldn't either.
But that's all they're really nothing. I mean, he was scared of the Ferris wheel, legit scared.
He was scared of being
he was
that high.
Afraid of it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay. And he's like, I just want to play the carnival games. And so he
wanted to win you a prize. No.
He legit pulls $200 out, doesn't give me a single ticket. And I stand there the whole night watching him obsess over winning these prizes, right? And then he comes and says to me, last time I was here, I won a giant unicorn for my date. So, and I'm like,
wow,
who are you? It was so awkward and so uncomfortable. And needless to say, I didn't talk to him ever again after that. Date. There was no second date and there was no stuffed animal. So yeah, that's my date story.
That's pretty
It's
bad.
the last time I get an online dating site and do any of that crap. So yeah.
Got it.
So yeah, dating doesn't always end up great, but if you're at Silverwood, totally does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you say we head into the park polls?
Good transition.
Park polls.
So we started something pretty special, our new Silverwood Show podcast contest, right?
Yeah, that's a mouthful. We
so
need to come up with something.
Yeah, we gotta rename it or something. But we kind of talked about this last week, and we are going to be choosing one person every week who corresponds with the podcast to win a pair of tickets to Silverwood.
Yep.
So we have a new way to do that.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them about that?
Yeah. So if you go to our website, silverwoodthemepark.com/podcast, you can sign up to be part of our loyal listeners.
Loyal listener.
And we will randomly pick one of those loyal listeners every podcast to give them 2 tickets to come to the park. And our goal is to hopefully call that person in the podcast and surprise them with tickets. That would be ideal. So if you're listening and you get a random phone call, please answer because it could be us.
Yeah, and you might get to be on the podcast, which we think is super cool.
We think it is.
I hope you guys think it's cool too. But so this week we're not probably going to call the listener because this is new and she wouldn't know. But we did choose someone. So do you want me to say who that is?
Yeah, because I don't know who it is.
Okay. No, you don't because you burnt your papers. Okay. So I would like to congratulate Krista Haney. You are the winner of a pair of Silverwood tickets. So thank you so much for writing the podcast. And yeah.
But so how do they get those tickets? So email podcast at silverwoodthemepark.com as the winner.
Yeah.
And congratulations.
Yeah. And I do have your number, Krista. So I will be calling you, just not live on the podcast. So don't worry about that. But any other updates with Park Pulse sale?
Our preseason sale is still going. It goes till the end of this month.
Okay.
So it's coming. It's coming up fast. It's,
it really is.
And it's going to be the end of February. It's going to be March, and we're getting ready. So
it's the 13th. So
gosh, yeah.
I know.
It's almost halfway.
We're almost to Silverwood opening. Like,
yeah,
we're less than 3 months away right now.
You can save money on tickets. Get that now because after the 28th, they'll go up in price for our last chance sale, which is $18 off tickets. So
there you go.
You'll save a couple more dollars by buying them early.
And something everybody wants to know. What is our Tracklist Tuesday update, even though it's Thursday? We'll call it Tracklist Thursday, but you've been posting the pictures on social on Tuesdays.
I'm not really following where you're going with this.
Yeah. We need more updates of what's going on here because people are bewildered.
Well, you have a couple more weeks to wait.
Okay. But there is news coming?
Is news coming.
Okay.
And it's going to be on the next podcast episode.
Yeah.
So
okay.
we have some special guests coming on our next podcast episode, and we are going to reveal the mystery of what is the Tracklist Tuesday.
Ooh, get ready. And I love everybody writing in and just being like, is it this? Is it this? Is it this?
No, it's going to be fun.
Nope, it's not that.
Well,
it's better.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah, this isn't just your normal we're doing maintenance.
Right.
Like a lot of people think we're just, they're doing maintenance. Well, we do that all the time.
Yeah, we do it. This is special. So we are going to do an announcement for it.
Okay. Okay, what do you say
Stay
we
tuned.
move in to the mail train? Toot toot.
Mail train.
All right. So we had a very special Valentine's Day contest that you guys entered to tell us your Silverwood love stories. And lots of entries, super tough. Really happy to find out how many people fell in love right here at the park. Very cool stories.
We got a lot of them.
We really did. And we had to choose 3. We're going to only read 1 because these are some pretty in-depth stories and it would take some time. But we wanted to read our favorites. So I guess we'll call this our first place winner. And
everybody wins
a pair of tickets. Yeah. To recreate your date. So you can come back to the park and relive those memories that are obviously very, very sweet. So should I read Stephanie's or do you want to read Stephanie's?
No, you can read Stephanie's.
Okay. All right, Stephanie, you are our winner, and here is her story. Our love story began in Silverwood on Timber Terror back on August 1st, 2008. We were part of a mutual friend group, and all of us decided to go to Silverwood that day. The entire day, I went on rides with everyone except my future husband. When it was near the end of the day, we regrouped, and I saw him and said, "Hey, we haven't gone on any rides together." And he said, "Do you want to go on Timber Terror?" I said, "Yes." We made our way over and got in line. As the roller coaster started chugging up the big hill, I was nervous to put my hands up, and he slipped his fingers in mine and raised my hand, and we went down with as much adrenaline in us from the roller coaster as from our budding love. When we got off that ride, we were both sort of in a awareness of each other days. On our way out, we went on one more ride together, the log ride. I surprised myself by leaning back on him during that ride. Whoa. I was asking myself, what on earth am I doing and what is happening? But the feels were real, and Silverwood started our journey. We now have been married for 15 years and have 9 children.
Wow.
I know. We bring them every year around that time to relive our memories there. Timber Terror started the ups and downs of our life together on those tracks, and we face life as we did that day. Fingers and hearts interlocked.
Okay, that one's pretty.
That's
good.
So
that's
good.
But
I mean,
9
yeah,
kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's amazing. We're so glad that Silverwood now. 9 kids.
They have some stories.
I'm assuming
sure
that's a good thing.
Right. Well, I mean, I wonder.
That's fantastic.
They must have a lot of insider scoop tips on how do you tackle Silverwood with 9 kids.
Right? Imagine.
Oh man.
Woo, all right.
We might need to have them on the podcast
since 2008. Yeah. So that's pretty decent. So yeah, also winning Mikey Hartnell and Bonnie Peterson. So thank you so much for entering our contest. We'll be in touch.
Yeah. So email
podcast
at silverwoodthemepark.com.
Yes.
To claim those tickets,
Yes.
and we'll have more contests coming away.
Yeah. And we've got a pretty special guest for a big drop coming up next.
Very special guest.
Very special guest. We'll meet Jordan's amore coming up.
The Big Drop.
All right. Are you guys ready for the main attraction of today's podcast? Because I sure am. Jordan looks nervous. He's like legit sweating bullets right now. Because
slightly uncomfortable.
okay,
but that's
slightly
okay.
uncomfortable.
It's
He's
okay.
nervous. He's nervous, as he should be, because we've got the beautiful Lauren here, Jordan's wife, and this whole Valentine's episode kind of epitomizes, what we did with our contest. So, because you and Lauren's love story started right here at Silverwood, but we're not going to quite get into that yet because we want to get to know Lauren a little bit. Okay. So Lauren, go ahead and tell us a little about yourself, your Silverwood background, and what you're doing now.
Okay. Well, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm currently writing a children's book.
Oh, really?
I am. That's new. And then I run a blog. So I'm busy. I stay busy at home. Our daughter, I parent her 24/7, it feels like.
We both parent her.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
But because I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Exactly. You're there a
and
lot.
she's
Yeah,
home,
exactly.
yeah. But yes, we are a good team. I
Yes.
will say
There you go.
that.
Good.
Yes. I've met your daughter. She is
Oh, thank
phenomenal,
you.
literally.
Thank you.
So
She is.
Yeah,
I think
so
you guys are doing a
she's
great
at
job.
school and she's in second grade, so that's been really fun. And then we're currently trying to adopt.
I love it.
Yeah, we've been in that journey for a really long time,
Yeah.
but hopefully we're going to be seeing some movement soon.
Good.
So yeah, that's kind of about, I feel like that covers me.
I think that covers it pretty well.
Yeah.
What about your
Okay,
days here at
Silverwood.
Silverwood?
like she has worked here before.
Yeah.
I have worked here before.
So you all probably saw her a few times on a few videos.
Yes.
Yeah, she definitely shows up on our Instagram a lot still to this day because best photos.
A deep,
Ever.
you have to do a deep dive into our
dive
YouTube.
into
but
YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was the original Stephanie
I love
Yes,
it.
from
I
back
love
in the
it.
day.
back in the day.
And I've seen the videos.
Yeah.
They're
and
great.
It's pretty embarrassing. But yeah. there's
My
a lot
most
of
recent
outtakes.
one, you were scared of heights. Are you still scared of heights?
Still am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a healthy fear.
Yeah. So how long did you work here?
Okay. So I worked here 2 summers when I was going to school. So I was still in college when we got married.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I worked here 2 summers and I worked under Mark.
Yeah. Back technically, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Technically, I worked under Mark.
Yeah.
But I would go out into the park and do surveys. And it was back in the day when they didn't send the survey to you via email.
Well, you wouldn't do surveys.
I did.
You would
I would go and
yes.
ask people,
Yeah.
hi, and I'd give them
Let's
their
hear it.
spiel.
Let's hear the
Their
let's-
spiel.
let's-
Their
the
spiel.
spiel.
Let's hear the spiel.
Let's hear the spiel.
I don't know if I remember it. Hi, I'm Lauren Carter, and I'm with the marketing department, and we're going around asking people if they would be interested in receiving a survey from us. All I would need is your first name and your email.
Oh, like riding the bike.
Yeah, it's like it was
riding the bike.
yesterday.
That was
Honestly,
pretty good.
go girl.
So so that's what I would do. Well, Jordan was like, I was really nervous. I didn't want to go up to anyone random because people are like, when they see your name tag and like a notepad, they're like,
don't
Yeah,
talk to
they
me.
right.
do not
exactly.
want. They do not want to talk to you. So I was like, I don't want to do this. This is so embarrassing. I don't want to do this. It's not my forte. He's like, it's so easy. You'll do fine. I had to do it when I was an intern.
True,
I'm like,
which is true.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you both have done
but
this.
I was not an intern. So anyway,
Well, okay. So you weren't an intern, but you were still working.
I was still working. Yeah. So my favorite part.
Sorry.
Well, okay. First of all, so I go out. So he was like, I'll show you how to do it. So I kind of stood back. He did it first, got an email first try. I was like, okay, sure. Okay, it's
I'm not
easy.
surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Easy.
I go up to the next person. He goes, try this couple. This couple seems like they would say yes. Like they'll give you an email. Go up to them. They straight up are like, no.
Oh no.
And I slow pan to him, and I'm like, and it's like
Mortified.
tears.
Oh.
I was like, I hate
Oh.
this. He's like, you can do it. You're fine. I think I had to get like 15.
Well, we were
Like, I'd
hoping
go
for
out,
25, but we
Yeah,
settled on 15.
yeah.
Yeah. I like was going back and forth. And then my favorite part was going back and typing them all in. That was my favorite part.
The
Oh my
input. She liked the
gosh.
input.
I like the input.
Yeah.
But
not
that-
so much though.
I mean, I'll be honest. doing surveys and getting the surveys was not.
Sorry, guys, my mic keeps like falling. So if you
not
hear
ideal.
something, here we go. Okay.
I didn't enjoy it either.
Yeah.
But I mean, I had a quota and I had to meet that quota, and I went around and
it's like
I
cold
got
calling,
25.
really.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I met my quota at 15.
You got 15.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know if you got 15.
Oh, for sure. I had to do it multiple times. Like I'm a hard worker. Like I'm going to go, if you tell, I don't want to get in trouble. I'm going to go do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
Okay, to those
so
15
then-
people that got it, you can thank Lauren.
Yes. Yes.
But then I told Jordan, I was like, why do we do this? Like no one wants to do this.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. They don't want to give it to me. Why can't you just send it in an email when they buy their e-ticket? And look at where we are
That's
today.
what we do now.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I will take credit
Now we
for
know
that.
the origination.
Yes.
Is that a word? Origination.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
It is
Origin.
now.
It is
Origin,
Origin.
probably.
Yeah,
There
there
it
you
is.
go.
Origin.
So I was in radio for a living. Can you tell? Yeah. I love it.
Well-
so that's where you guys met.
And the reason
Yeah.
why we didn't
No,
go
we
down
didn't
that
meet
road
there.
Oh.
before
Yeah.
was because it's not, I mean, we get more, but it's
Yeah.
not, we're not getting the season pass holders that
Yeah.
way. We're not doing all that. But it is a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
is
would
a
say so.
lot better. So,
I would say so.
Yeah. Thank you,
And
Lauren.
you don't have to feel that
It's
cringy
awkward.
feeling,
Yes.
as soon as somebody
Yeah.
turns
Oh,
the
it's
other.
awful when someone says
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
You're
that's
like,
the
you have
worst.
to pump yourself up. You have to be your self advocate the rest of the day to try to be able
And
to
then
get
you're
the
like,
next
I
one.
can do this. I can do this. I can do
This
this.
actually makes me feel bad because every time I'm like at Home Depot or was it Lowe's, I don't remember, like one of those stores, and they always have like the survey takers. And
Oh, yeah.
like I'm always just so like, I'm here to shop. Like
Yeah.
leave me alone. I'm gonna be so much nicer now.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, typically, like we would always we would instruct each other to talk to people who are just sitting waiting for someone to get off a
Yeah.
ride or
Yeah.
waiting for food, or so
Yeah.
they're not doing
Yeah.
something.
Not someone that's like in a hurry.
We weren't like
because
interrupting their day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they might have felt like that.
Well, but a lot of theme parks, they'll like as you're leaving the park, they'll pull you aside.
Yes. I've
So,
experienced that.
yeah.
So yeah.
But now we do it this way, and
Very,
so
very interesting.
And it works.
yes, but that's not how we met.
That's
We
not
were
how we met.
already
we were already married.
married when you were doing that. Yeah,
Okay. So do we want to kind of
sure. How did we meet?
get into that?
We met at Scarywood
Yes.
Yeah, this was-
on a like double blind date.
yeah. So
Oh, I didn't know it was a blind.
it was a blind. So a
date.
blind date.
I knew.
Right.
Yeah.
He
She
was
knew.
blind.
Oh.
I was double blind. I didn't even know she was
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
I
Oh
had
my
no
gosh.
idea this other person was supposed to be
Yeah.
here. So all I knew was I was supposed to meet like my family to
Yeah.
go experience Scarywood after I was off. That's all I knew.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
And it was your family that.
Oh yeah.
My
Okay.
entire family.
Is
Yeah.
it like aunts,
Oh, this
uncles,
is
cousins? It was crazy. So I showed up later than everyone else because I was working
Yeah.
at my college that I was going to at the time, and they had a football game that night. So I was finishing my job,
Yeah.
and then I drove out. And I remember my roommate was like, "You need to come and meet this guy. Like I think you guys would hit it off, whatever." And I was like, "No, this is my year. Like for me, I'm not going to date anyone. Like whatever, all this stuff." She sent me pictures.
That's always
I
how it
was-
works.
I was literally in Psychology 101, not paying attention, and get a text on my phone, and it's a picture of him on a boat, and he's like posing, laying down on the back of the boat. And I was like, okay.
And this is why
I'll
I
meet
didn't
him.
want her on the bike.
We might need to see this picture. Just saying.
So I was like, okay, sure, I'll meet him. So I remember buying my Scarywood ticket and being like broke college student, being like, oh my gosh, this is expensive.
Better
Yeah.
be worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I literally was like,
yeah.
this better be worth it.
Yeah.
And so went out to Scarywood. I was like, where is he? Like met up with my friend. Literally, I didn't even meet him. I met his entire family. And literally in my mind, I can literally picture it. It's a line of them.
Oh
Just
my gosh.
Mom, dad, sister, aunt, uncle, like all these people and cousin. I mean, just
If you're
crazy.
nervous doing surveys, woo.
Well, I think I blacked out because I truly was like, who are these people? I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
really did not understand who each person was, but we ended up hanging out with them all night. So I was like, okay, these are okay. So then it's like as the night went on, I was kind of
Okay.
like putting pieces together. But we got in line for 3 Dementia, right?
Yeah, the original
Well, the
3
original.
Dementia.
Okay.
Yeah.
First
The
year.
original.
Yeah, this is 2012.
Yes.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yep.
And And I'm in line and I'm talking to my friend. I'm like, where is he? Like, isn't he supposed to be here? Like, we're kind of just like hanging out with these random people I don't know. And she was like, he'll be here. He's working. He's getting off, whatever. Well, then all of a sudden we're in line. And from my point of view.
Yeah, I'll tell my point of view.
From my point of view, he like walks through the line. He's hugging everyone. Hi. Like all this stuff. Good to see you guys, whatever. Gets to me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the big moment. Hi, I'm Lauren. Shake his hand. Hi, I'm Jordan. Shake his, we shake hands. And then we go into the haunt.
Like front of the line. We were like
front
next
of the line,
to go in.
yeah.
So I'm like, who is this person?
Oh,
Yeah. It was like this random girl, right? Like you were like, who is this?
Yeah.
So then, we go through the haunt and there's this other like friend with us and she's like tickling him through the haunt. And I was like, I was like, what the heck? What is going on? I literally was like, what is going on?
One
you
thing,
love your
so,
giggle right now,
do you love that I'm here?
This is one thing you need to know about Lauren is she'll tell all the details.
I'm
all
just
the
like
details.
you. This is why I love you because
this podcast is going to be very long because this is going to be all the details. Okay, let's skip forward past those details.
We get out.
Okay,
we get out of the
Continue.
haunt, and I like that night. I was like, I am not going to like put my feet. Like I'm going to let him come to me.
Yeah,
I'm going to kind of play hard to get. I'm not going to like just like hey, like it'd be in his face type of thing. And so I kind of like started walking, and he caught up to me and came and talked to me, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like you didn't know I was coming. Like this is kind of cool. Like you're pursuing me, and so then. We went to Timber Terror.
Timber Terror was our first ride, yeah.
And I rode with his cousin.
Oh. I'm all excited. I'm like waiting for that like climb.
Listen. So part of this is because we had an odd number.
Yes.
And so me being the gentleman that I am was like, I will ride by myself. And I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in that line, when we were waiting in line, I always give him crap for this because I was like, you really didn't have a better pickup line? He goes, so you go to Eastern?
That's all I knew about her. That's all I knew about her. So what else am I supposed to say?
There's got to be something.
Yeah. That's it. Guess what? It worked.
It did work. We'll give him that much. We got to give him some credit where credit is due.
It worked.
This is never happening again, guys.
So then we went to Tremors.
Yes.
And then we ended up riding together. That was like our first roller coaster. And
The picture.
am so scared. It's so like Tremors still scares me, but the first hill is always just like, it just takes my breath away.
Yeah.
And we went down and he's like, put your arms up. Cause he always has his arms up. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. And I did it. Cause I'm like, I need to like kind of show off. Right.
Define you
and
did
I literally did this.
Yeah. There you go. You barely put your arms up.
And then grabbed his arm so hard. And then I was like, oh my gosh, that's really forward of me. Oh no, what am I doing? And then I was like, took it away. And then we rode the ride and it was fine the rest of the ride.
Yeah.
And the picture.
And we got the picture.
Got the picture.
Well,
so iconic.
No, we didn't get the picture that night.
No,
we
but
didn't.
you know people.
Well, so
Oh, wait, what?
So let's go backwards to before I even met her.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, my phone is blowing up. Like, I don't know. I'm getting texts. I'm getting phone calls. Mind you, I am in a man lift above Timber Terror taking photos as the bride is going backwards down the drop for advertising purposes. And so I don't know why I'm getting these phone calls. I don't know who I'm supposed to meet. And I get down and I meet. And then I say hi to everybody. And then I meet her right before we go into the haunt. So I have no like clue of who this person is. Why are they with this group? Maybe I should talk to this person.
Zero preparation whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so I don't have a line ready to go. I don't have all this stuff. But we got to Timber Terror, and then we got to Tremors, and we rode together. And then we were like getting ready to leave, and didn't get your number, didn't get anything.
No, just said bye.
Just said
nice
bye.
to meet you.
Never thought I'd see her again.
How'd you get the picture?
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Because so then we're going to all that crackling in the background for those who are listening.
Yes.
We have a fire going on
It's
in Lindy's because it's so cold in here.
And it's romantic.
Super romantic.
Romantic. So candelabras.
That's the vibe we're going for.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay. Anyway.
So,
Continue.
anyway, the next day, like we were going to church, and I sat down, and she was right behind it, and we kind of met up. And so my cousin was kind of dating her roommate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's kind of how we had the same connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
But they only dated for a week, and we met in that week.
Oh my gosh.
And they broke up.
Yeah.
What are the
And so-
chances? And now
and
you're
that's us.
married.
And now we
Yeah.
are. And
oh
so
my gosh.
the picture, how we got the picture was I proposed to her on Tremors.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was the day that Spin Cycle opened. And so I was a little nervous.
He was very nervous.
Very nervous.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't even say anything right.
Yeah, I was stumbling
did
over my
you
words.
stumble over
Yeah.
everything?
Yeah, well, because he came and got me from the parking lot.
Because it was like before the park opened.
And the like cover was, just come and
Ride
you
Spin
can
Cycle
come and
first.
ride Spin Cycle
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Good job, Jordan.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I was like, are you sure? I don't want to get in trouble. I don't ever want to get in trouble. I'm like, I don't want to like be in the way. Like, I don't, he's like, no, it's fine. Like, please come. It's like,
You
please come.
You have to come.
And so we're like walking, but we're not walking down to Spin Cycle. We're walking like behind, like to Tremor, like the back way,
like Thunder
to
Canyon way.
to Tremors.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, this is weird. I was like, isn't Spin Cycle the other way? And he's like, oh, we have to go this way. And he made up some weird excuse.
Yeah.
And then he was like, there's like a DJ playing, but he didn't say DJ. He said PJ. And I was like, what are
Did you mean to say
talking
DJ?
about?
Yeah, I meant to say DJ,
He
but
meant to
it
say
came out
DJ.
PJ, whatever.
Nervous.
Okay, sorry.
Oh.
So then,
I've never done this before, okay?
Right,
yeah, like we get to Tremors, like we're coming around, and then we have to go back around to get in the queue line. And I'm like, oh, our song. This is one of our songs that we listen to. And
I forgot I did that. That was a good.
That was
good
good.
move.
That's
That was a
really good.
move, yeah.
you really planned it out really
That's
well.
really good.
So, so we like get in queue line, and I'm like, our songs are playing. Still, truly had no clue. I was like, I was
Oblivious.
literally
Completely.
so oblivious, but also like so nervous. I was like, no one else is here. I don't want to get you in trouble.
And you're still worried about getting in trouble.
I don't want you to get in trouble. And so he's like, we're fine. It's fine. Whatever. Well, then we get up to the line, and he goes to the ride operator. Can we ride this? And I'm like, we're totally in trouble. Like you didn't clear this beforehand. And so he's like, oh, but first we have I want you to look through this book. And I was like,
So I made a book like our year together,
Our, like,
right?
story.
So it's like
'cause we only
romantic,
dated for, like-
whatever, all that stuff. Yeah.
yeah, we were only like together before we got married for a year, or like no, it was like 16 months, right?
So we met in
14
October, and then we
months.
got married the following December. But we
Yeah.
got engaged in May.
Mhm.
So
we got engaged.
wow.
Like,
Eight
after,
months,
Like
seven
when
months
you know,
later,
you know.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So
Look at this book.
So
Yeah.
he's like, and it's our story. That's the title, our
Oh my
story. And I was like,
gosh.
literally, this is awful of
yeah,
me.
Oh no.
great, can't wait.
This is awful.
Oh no.
I literally go, do I have to look at this?
Yeah, I was like,
Oh no.
so seriously, she starts flipping through the pages like this is just some sort of like
Oh, cute. Oh,
magazine that
You know,
you don't care about. You
he
know,
literally goes,
Jordan's little heart. Just
he's
seriously.
like, you have to look at the last page.
and the last page is pretty important, so you
So
better.
I looked at like the page before the last page, and then because we had looked
Yeah.
at rings, and he had told me multiple times, like, no, I didn't get that ring that you liked, whatever. Well, that day that we were there, he purchased the ring when I was there, which I should have known.
I mean,
should have
as
known.
you should, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
But we
as
did
you
go look
should.
at other rings later to like cover it up. I was like,
Okay.
please
I
don't.
was
I was like, please don't find one that you like better.
right.
That
Oh
would've
Yeah,
no.
been
no,
way
Yeah.
worse.
no. I loved the ring that I picked
Good.
out. So, so there was a picture of like, we did this, and then the next day I bought this, and it was a picture of the ring at the jewelry store that he took a picture of that day.
Okay, that's really
And I was
good
like,
though.
I looked at him, and
Wow.
he was on one knee when I
Yeah.
when I
was
like,
I was like, you gotta look at this
yeah,
page.
because then it gives you time to get down on
Yeah,
one knee.
seriously. Well, yeah. And so, yeah, said the stuff.
Yeah.
Said the
She-
stuff and the things
and
are
And then she
blubbered.
said, and she
the
said,
stuff.
Of course I will.
yeah, and
Aw.
she thinks that she thinks it's super lame that she said, of course I will. I'm like,
Instead of
well,
just
it's better
yes,
than like,
yes, yeah.
sure.
Of course I will. Yeah.
You're excited.
Let me think
whatever.
about it.
So then that happened, and then I kind of like came to. I feel like I was kind of like in the like Twilight Zone. I came to, and there was a full corner. Like when you're in line for Tremors and you look to the right and there's that corner of the building, all full of cameras.
Yeah,
like
so we got it all on video.
All on video.
I've seen the pictures.
His cousin's wife, Brittany, was there. She was like taking
photos,
candid
whatever,
photos,
all the cool stuff.
Yeah, super fun. And then we got on Tremors in the front row, and
I gave her a sign that says yes.
Yes.
So we have our Scarywood
with the
a ridge picture where we first met, and then we have me doing
holding
my yes and my ring up.
Yes. So
in a picture.
That's how I got the photo. Was I talked to Lynn and we went in and we found that photo from October and pulled that one.
Interesting. I had no idea that we keep.
Well, it's a different system now.
Different.
But yes.
Okay. Yeah. That's amazing. Okay, that's some work.
Yeah, it was some work.
That's some work.
He plans.
Yeah.
He's a planner.
That's amazing.
The one question I do get asked about whenever I show that picture of her holding the yes sign is if I had a no sign available.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, first, no, I would never ask unless I knew she was going to say yes. And what would we have done? Ride the roller coaster? She said no, and I'm like crying.
That would have been.
Yeah. Well, and
you
the number one.
Alone.
Well,
you made her cry, then she made you cry.
But the number one rule in sales is don't give an easy way out. So of course I'm not giving you a no option.
No, you're riding this ride.
I mean, I would hope that you would know that I would say
yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So is it the same ring?
Yep,
same ring.
Same ring.
It's
That's
beautiful.
Still love
Jordan,
it to this
good
day.
job.
Thank
Good
you.
job. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
And then we went and rode spin cycle. So we actually did
ride
do
spin
that.
cycle.
Very
Yes.
nice. So
Yes.
We do have the picture
you
of her
went
doing
through,
like
you
this
followed
with the
through.
gal.
Yes.
Okay, you
Yeah.
followed through.
And then we went to Mackenzie River afterwards, and that was even a bigger surprise because literally all of my family, all of his family were there.
Okay, so you did let
Close
everybody
friends and
know.
family were there.
Yeah, but all our
That's
family's
awesome.
from Western Washington, so they all drove
They
over.
oh, that's
and they were
huge.
there the night before.
Yeah.
And we hid it from her, and then they surprised.
Yeah.
Okay,
And it was
that's tough.
And part of it is funny is that her mom, she called her mom.
Oh my gosh. I called my mom, and she was like,
While we're walking out of the park, we're like walking
I'm
around.
like, Mom, like I got engaged. What, honey? I can't hear you. Just a sec. Let me go out to. Let me go. I'm at Jake's
She's pretending
basketball
that she's
game.
her brother's basketball
Yeah.
game.
So she's like, just a sec. Let me go out. And so then she's like, what? And I was like, I got engaged.
Oh, my
and she's
gosh.
like trying to hide that she's here. You know,
She was,
like
yeah, she is already
actress ever.
And so then she's like, I have to go because I can't hear you. And I hung up and I was like, Jordan, my mom didn't even. Like, I was like, what is going on?
Heartbroken. Like, this is my
I'm
biggest
like,
moment.
This is my big moment. I'm like, what's going on? Then she called me back because I think she probably was like, oh my gosh, that was not normal of me. Like, that was not
Totally.
normal. So then she called me back. She's like, you got engaged. Like, acted more normal. And so then I was like calling people. And we actually have a video of this. I was literally on the phone with my best friend walking in Mackenzie River. And the hostess is like leading me to the back, like big room. And I'm on my phone and I'm like, yeah, I'm on, you know, like all this stuff. And then you hear this huge surprise. And I literally am like, what? And I like jump and I'm scared. It scared me. And I like totally hung up on my best friend. I was like literally like, it was so fun.
That's amazing.
And then,
it was the best
And then my
surprise.
boss gave us the rest of the day off. And so we just
even better.
came back to Silverwood and we all rode rides and had
it was
fun.
so
Awesome.
fun.
That's
It was so
awesome.
fun.
Yeah, and we posted the picture on Facebook, I think, back in the day. Yeah, we posted on
We're
Facebook.
gonna have to
And it
repost.
I didn't know
We're gonna
that.
have to repost.
Yeah, we did, and it got a ton of
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah.
It was,
Really?
it was
Oh, I
one of the
don't
better
remember
ones.
that.
Yeah, Maybe we'll have to do it again.
Silverwood love stories.
It was.
Yeah.
I love it.
It is.
So much love happens
Still
there.
is. Still is.
Watch yourself, Jordan. Well, you know, since this is such a love story, it is a love story. We're going to play a little game.
Oh.
So, Jordan, I'm
good.
going to need you to leave the room
Oh,
because
no.
it's time for the Newlywed Game.
The Newlywed Game is,
Yes.
but it's been 11 years.
Well, you better start thinking while
fine.
you're hiding.
Okay,
Where are we going to
I
send
am
Jordan?
leaving.
Go
I'll
into the
go.
men's bathroom. Don't freeze.
And I'm not going to the men's bathroom.
Where are you going?
I'm going upstairs.
Okay, can you...
Over here, and you can give the...
Somebody make sure he's not listening. I don't want him cheating.
He won't cheat.
Jordan. He's plugging his ears. Okay. All right. So
Oh, I have to write.
you're going to write
Okay.
them down. You're going to say them as well.
Okay.
But that way he's going to come and he's going to
Gosh, my
guess and
hands are
see.
freezing.
I know.
Okay.
My nose is like running. It's so cold. And we're going to see if Jordan can answer these correctly.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So are y'all ready?
Yep.
Okay. So what's your favorite ride here at the park?
Oh gosh. Probably. Can it be like anywhere?
Anywhere.
Avalanche Mountain.
Okay. Write that down. Make sure to write that down.
Because it is so fun to go with a huge group of people.
Yeah.
And usually we're here with a huge group of people.
Yeah. You can fit the whole family.
Yeah.
One,
Yeah.
two. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Okay. I like that. All right. How about your favorite treat here at the park?
Muffin tops for sure.
Okay. Tell me more.
So I'm dairy free.
Okay.
So this is like a true treat.
Yeah,
Because
literally.
I'm going to not feel good the next day. So, it's just like melt in your mouth. It has like this glaze on top, blueberries inside, and it's like just, the best part of the muffin.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's huge. So it's a big, huge muffin top.
I accept that answer. Yeah. Okay. Write that one down. And then how about this? Do you remember the date that you met at the park?
No.
I'm taking that as a no. Make a wild guess.
Okay. Well, I know it's in October. So 10/27.
Okay. We'll see. What if he gets it right and you
Definitely
get it
not.
wrong?
Well, he probably will get it right.
Okay.
He probably will get it right.
We're expecting it.
He's so much better at dates than I am.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Okay. How about this? What were you wearing on your first date?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't remember like my whole outfit, but there was this awful, ugly hat that I was wearing. At the time though, thought it was so cute. It was like it was the colors of my school that college that I was going to.
Yeah.
So I would wear it to games and stuff. So because it was always cold. So I was like, I'm going to wear this hat because I had just come from work. So I was wearing the hat and it was like a stocking cap, crochet, knit type situation with a huge flower on it.
A flower.
But it wasn't like a floppy
Okay.
It was a tight, tiny little thing and then huge flower.
Yeah, I was like picturing like Blossom, that old TV show. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it in my head. Do you think he'll remember it?
Yes.
He better.
for sure will because we literally joke about it all the time.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, next one up, you are trapped in the swine. Are you a wolf or are you a pig?
Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, the wolves are dead because they're on the wall.
Yes.
Probably a pig.
Okay, let's see if he agrees. All right, Silverwood or Scarywood?
Oh, for sure, Silverwood.
Okay, she didn't have to hesitate
not
on
even
that
a
one.
hesitation.
Yeah, she's got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if he knows that about you. And if you could spend a day as any employee here at Silverwood, Scarywood, Boulder Beach, you name it, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. Well, during Scarywood, I'm always looking forward to the stories. So I think I'd have to say Scarywood security.
Oh my gosh, girl, I have some stories to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard them.
Yeah. It's the stories I hear sometimes. I'm like, what?
We had a full moon this year that went a little bit wild.
Yeah.
Like,
yes. Yeah. Just the stories every year.
Okay. I can agree with that one. Let's see what's next. How about, which train character do you, I guess, relate to?
Okay.
So you got Ranger Rosie.
Ranger Rosie.
You've got
Dynamite.
Big Joe.
Okay,
and
Big
Dynamite
Joe.
Dan.
Yeah, and Dynamite Dan. Probably Ranger Rosie.
Ranger Rosie.
Yeah.
A little Ranger
Yeah.
Rosie in you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take that.
Yeah.
All right. Of you and Jordan, who is more animated on the rides?
Oh, for sure me.
You?
Yeah.
Definitely you.
Yeah, because I'm like scared
Terrified.
and he's having fun.
Yeah.
So he's always pushing me, like, put your hands up. And I'm like, no, I don't know. I'm going to hold on for dear life. I'm
So it's
scared.
like he's the happy version of the animation and you're the I'm going to die today version. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yep.
I think he'll probably say the same thing.
Yeah.
All right. Final question. What is Jordan's must bring item to Silverwood? Like a day at the park, you're going with your family. What is the one thing that he can't leave behind?
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, usually I pack, but if he's going to pack his stuff, I would probably, if we're coming as a family, usually we come when he's working.
Yeah.
Let's see, probably a swimsuit. I mean, I know that's a dumb answer, but like,
Well, as much as he likes to swim,
yeah,
no, that's
like
really
usually
that makes sense,
if we're
yeah.
going as a family, we're
Yeah,
going to Boulder Beach.
exactly,
That's like the main place we
I
would
think
go.
that was where he'd disappear most of the summer.
Yeah.
Everybody's over at Boulder Beach. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay. Should we bring Jordan
Yeah,
out
we
and
should.
see how he did?
We're not
All right.
doing-
Do
we're
you
not
think
gonna
you're
do
going to
well.
win, or do you think he's going to
No,
win?
I don't. I think we're both. I think it's going to be like. It's not going to be good.
Losers all around.
Yeah,
No.
I'm like. I don't think we're going to do well.
I think you're going to do great. I
Okay.
think you're gonna-
I love the
All
faith.
right. Jordan, come on out. Hi, Jordan. Welcome back. Let's see.
I just hope I get one.
Let's see
I
how
think
well.
you'll get at least
Okay.
one.
How well you do here. So I guess it's not really Newlywed Game because you all have been married for how many years now? So 11 years. Just
yeah.
celebrated 11 years.
Yes.
So what would that be? The decade wed game?
Sure.
Decade wed game.
The decade wed game.
The era wed game. Okay. All right.
Silverwood couple game. There we go.
I like it. Yes,
Yeah,
the Silverwood. Yes. Okay. The Silverwood love story game.
Great.
I like it.
Got it.
Jordan, what is Lauren's favorite ride at Silverwood?
Gosh. Do you think is this something I should know? Do you think?
I don't think so.
Oh, great.
I don't
Even better.
because I honestly Quinn asked me this morning, and I was like, I don't know.
That's why I'm like, I know the ride she can't ride. I know she would probably rather suntanning somewhere. Let's go stunt pilot.
Show your answer, Lauren.
Oh man, that
Avalanche
the Avalanche
Mountain.
Okay,
That makes sense, right? I'm always like, whenever
Show
we
the
have
camera,
a big,
that is true. That
whenever
is
we
yes.
have a big group, I'm always like, we've got to go to Avalanche Mountain
that-
because it's the best. If you have a huge group, it's the best ride
Yeah.
That's true.
because you go so high
That
up on
was
the walls.
that
It's
was in
crazy.
my head.
Do we have a?
We will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
You just did that. Now you do it.
So I get to do it.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Go ahead.
Hopefully there won't be any more.
Well,
It'll be
there will be.
There will be.
Okay. What is Lauren's favorite Silverwood treat?
Treat something that she can eat, which makes it hard. Maybe she didn't do that. Let's go with funnel cake. Oh, I should have known that. That one I should have known.
Muffin tops.
Yeah.
That one
You
I didn't even think
definitely
about
should
the
have.
muffin tops. Oh, that's
Jordan.
my
That
favorite
that
too.
is-
Why am I?
Oh for
It's
two
'cause
over
you're-
here.
There's a lot of pressure.
Oh for two.
It's the pressure.
It's the pressure.
Yeah.
He's nervous, like
Okay.
the day he proposed.
Let's keep going.
Yeah. Okay. What is the date that you met at the park?
It was October 4th.
I am so off, but good job remembering that. Which doesn't make any sense
No, it
because I
doesn't.
know that we went to a Husky
Yeah.
game literally that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So
okay.
technically, I don't know
That's
how this story
Lauren's
would work.
wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I was right on that
Yeah,
one.
I
Ding,
feel
ding,
like
ding,
you
ding.
should get a point.
Yeah,
back
okay.
for
Yeah.
that.
Good job. Okay, point back.
27th.
Yeah, I like that.
I literally was like, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
The pressure got to me.
Yeah. See?
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it affects her too. Okay, what was Lauren wearing on your first date?
On our
No, wait.
The
First
night you
date?
met.
The night
Okay,
we met, okay.
yeah.
I'm like, oh no, I didn't.
Yeah.
I know she was wearing a beanie with a flower on it. Got that one right. Yes, thank you.
Nice work.
That's
Yeah,
all-
she knew you were going to remember
That's
that
all I
one too.
remember.
That's all I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
too. I don't remember
Because
anything
that
else.
flower
I
was
was
huge
You
on your
still
beanie.
have it?
I do for memory's sake.
Okay, good.
But I
hope so.
I would never wear it.
We might need to see photos of that
Oh,
beanie.
well-
Well,
is
isn't
it on
in
the?
It's
picture
on
in
the Tremors photo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
You
Good.
barely see her face.
Oh my gosh. Okay. It's not that big.
I mean,
It would have been so great. You should have worn it today.
I
just
should've.
totally.
I should've.
Yeah.
That would-
Psyched
that
out
would've
a
been
little
funny.
bit. Yeah,
That
that would have
would've
been
been
great.
That would have been so funny.
Okay. Now, say Lauren is trapped in the swine. Is she a pig or is she a wolf?
Lauren gets scared easy, and I don't think she would be the hunter in this situation.
Okay.
So she'd be the wolf, for sure.
Lauren?
That is wrong. Give me that answer
Why is that wrong?
because in the swine, the pigs are the hunters. The pigs are the scary ones, not the wolves.
Yeah, but the wolves are dead.
Yes, you wouldn't survive. Okay, whatever.
Okay, we're moving on. on.
Okay.
We're moving on. You guys can argue about this at home.
We're talking over dinner.
Okay. Is Lauren more of a Silverwood person or a Scarywood person?
Silverwood.
Jordan got it right. Woo! Good job, Jordan.
That was an easy
ding,
one.
Ding,
Yes.
ding, ding.
But she does make appearances in all of our Scarywood ads because her defense mechanism for when she gets scared is to fall straight on her back.
I've heard about this.
Yes.
Heard about this.
That's kind of where we use that for a lot of the videos and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
if Lauren could spend a day as any Silverwood employee, who would it be?
a day as anyone.
Yeah.
So
Silverwood or Scarywood?
Or Scarywood?
so it's
Park
scary.
employee.
So it's Scarywood.
Park
then.
employee. I should say park employee. Yeah. Who would it be?
I think as a scary. I think it's Scarywood, and I wanted to say me right off the bat because she thinks she could probably do my job better.
No, I do not.
In some circumstances, yes, but maybe
I'm not qualified.
maybe as like Rayanne.
Ooh,
Scarywood security.
yeah.
You know
Okay, I
why?
see.
I'm with
You
you.
know why?
I'm with you.
Because you got lots of good stories.
Oh,
at the end
good
of the night.
stories. Great.
Seriously.
When you
Scarywood
come home
security.
at 2 a.m.
And all those little
I'm always like,
TVs and like
did
the
anything
security
happen?
area.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like
Okay.
Okay, we won't go into those. I was about to derail and go into some of the things that happened this year, but that's another episode. Okay. Let's see. Which train character does Lauren relate to the most?
Big Joe.
Uh-oh.
Ranger
Rosie!
You heard me
Jordan.
try and do the Big Joe accent
But
the other day.
I know
could
it's not,
do
but it wasn't based off of the accent. It was based off of like the character,
attitude?
the attitude, and the character. And the way she responded to when I said Big Joe is Big Joe. So she's wrong on
you're
that
right.
one.
You know me better than I know myself.
Okay.
There you go.
I have no idea how the scoring is going to work on this, but it's funny. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, who's more animated on the rides? You or Lauren?
Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Lauren is. Because I don't get really scared on the rides. I have fun, but
Yeah.
if you go watch those YouTube videos from 2013,
Oh, they're amazing.
You're going to have an uptick in
yeah,
views.
it is.
Let's hope so.
That's not fake scared.
Yeah.
It is real scared.
Yeah, especially
You both have the most
Aftershock.
animated
Aftershock, yes.
faces that like when I'm going through trying to find like photos and stuff and I'm just like between the two of you,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. It's literally
meant to be.
But-
you could be Silverwood like spokesmodels.
but on rides, it's her for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Good job.
Yeah,
That
because
was easy.
Jordan, you are like hands up all the time, but
Yeah.
you're just having fun. I'm like
Yeah.
pure terror
Oh.
all the
Panic
time.
plunge.
The panic plunge one.
The
is
panic
good.
plunge photo is probably
Oh, the
I
photo.
could use it. I could use it 8,000 times. I never get tired of
That
it.
photo is unreal.
Girl, you're
Yeah.
in like all my newsletters.
That's
I'm not
so
kidding.
It's funny. It's
the
funny.
best.
I literally
ever.
sent that to someone and they were like, "Why do you look like a monkey?" And I was like, "Do you not understand the ride? It drops you from
Right?
how many feet is it?"
It's like 140 feet, but you're like in the photo. She's like trying to hold on to something
Yes,
above
yeah,
her.
trying
But there's
to, like,
nothing.
grab on.
There's
You're
nothing to
dropping,
hold on
You're
to.
just, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, this gives me an excuse to post it again.
There you go.
So,
Yes.
okay, fantastic.
So
we
Now
got
that everybody
one
knows
more.
who she is. Good.
This one's for
Last one.
Yeah,
This worth.
last one.
How many points is this one worth?
It's kind of anticlimactic.
takes
We
all.
should have
takes all.
aligned
Okay,
them,
good.
but that's okay. Okay, so you guys are going to Silverwood, right?
Oh, right. This is
Lauren had to guess what your must-have item is. So,
Mine?
Jordan, what is your must-have item going to Silverwood or going to the park in general?
Do you mean like what I'm bringing with me?
Yeah.
When going to the park, like in the car.
I don't know, Jordan. Would you?
I don't know.
You are way too
I'm
deep.
I'm
It's not
thinking
that
too-
deep.
I know, right?
It's not that deep.
Just pick something.
My must-have item when
Yes.
going to.
So you're taking a
For
family
a day. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're not working.
Yeah.
Because I
Okay,
said, I was
okay.
like, usually when we come, he's working.
Yeah, that's
right.
true.
That's what I'm.
So
okay, I'm
you're
trying to
not
get to the
working.
context of the
Yeah.
question.
And we're going to the park.
Okay.
What can you not forget?
What can I not forget? Probably
Oh, great.
sunscreen.
Oh, gosh. Are you joking? You don't even put sunscreen on.
I know,
I'm literally
but
the one
for
every
you.
morning.
This is
Every
for
morning in
you.
the- Every morning in the
Oh,
sun.
he's trying. Okay,
This
okay.
is for
he
you
was
to
trying
bring
yeah.
sunscreen.
No, this is the question is.
Sorry.
you.
Let me answer again.
Okay. You get a second shot. You get a second shot.
What can I not forget when I'm coming to the Silver Park? Who's coming with us?
What's your
Silverwood Theme Park
item?
He's flustered.
That's my must-have item when bringing the whole family.
Oh my gosh,
Jordan.
Well, I'm trying to get. Is my answer supposed to be Lauren?
No, it's you.
It's
No,
you.
I know.
had to
But is my
guess.
answer supposed to be I'm bringing Lauren?
No.
Okay, good.
Oh,
You see what I'm trying to get
I
at?
see what you're
Okay.
getting at.
No,
Okay.
no. It's like
He's worried he's going to get in trouble.
I'm bringing my phone.
Ugh. See, I didn't really know how to answer this.
Swimsuit. Okay.
Because, like,
You love swimming. Yeah.
Yeah, like if we're going, we
Yeah.
go to Boulder Beach.
Yeah.
Well, sure. Okay. Well,
But the sunscreen thing in the summer, because he's outside all summer,
Yeah.
walking around, walking the park, all this stuff. I'm always like, you've got to put on SPF.
and
in
that's
the morning.
why I said sunscreen.
SPF
Okay.
in the morning. So
See?
maybe it is taking.
You did a good job because you did answer
I was trying
what
to think.
you would want her
Yeah,
to have
exactly.
you take.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to get the
But
content.
he does not put on sunscreen.
You
Okay,
don't
well.
get it. You don't get a bad buzzer for that one.
Thank you.
You don't get a ding 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 either. But you don't get
I'll
a
get
bad
a
buzzer.
neutral one.
It's just
Yeah,
neutral.
there's no way I would have guessed on a swimsuit.
Okay, we
I
got
know.
Amanda over there keeping score ish. Not really. No,
I think
because
I got
it's impossible.
3 right, actually probably 4 right that she was supposed to have right.
Let's just say you both win and you
Yeah.
get to spend the rest of your
We
lives
got each
together. That's your
other.
prize.
I win every day.
Okay, well, that wraps up our Newlywed Game. But we want you to be a part of our next segment as well.
Oh, fun.
Here comes the ice cream truck for the inside
She doesn't know what this
scoop.
means because she doesn't listen to this podcast.
I've listened to like 2.
There you
Okay,
go.
well, do you
She's
know what
gonna
this
listen
is?
to
Do you know what
this
this is then? Do you know what this is for?
Like talking about treats or something. I don't
No.
know. I don't know. Did you have this in your first episode?
No.
No, you only listen
Did
to
you have
this
it in your second episode?
No.
Exactly.
It's the inside scoop.
It's the inside scoop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cute.
Yes.
That's so
Yes.
cute.
Thanks.
Who
And
came
the
up with that?
inventor of this is sitting in the room, Miss Amanda over here.
That doesn't
She was the
surprise me.
inventor.
This is what I'm saying. Have her on.
So, this is where we tell the audience one super VIP secret insider tip.
For people who are visiting for the
Yeah,
first time.
yeah.
Fun.
What would be your secret super
so
VIP
many.
insider tip?
Yeah, well, you can do a
So
double
many.
suk or a triple scoop if you
Yeah.
want to.
You can do,
Whoa.
what did we
All
decide
the
was 5
secrets.
scoops?
We did a-
quint
Yeah, we did a quint scoop.
quintuplet
scoop. Yeah,
scoop.
which was a Silverwood single scoop.
But isn't that? Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
isn't that a Silverwood single?
yeah, yeah. So what
Yeah.
is your insider
Okay.
tip?
Okay. First, if you're coming like peak summer where
Yeah.
it's like warm all day, Boulder Beach first, then dry
Okay.
side after.
That was mine from
That's
a
what
couple
Jordan
weeks
said,
ago.
yeah.
So if you were listening, you would have heard that one. But anyway, keep going.
Okay. Can you not? Can you not? Okay, another one. Let's see. There's so many. Okay. Ride situation. Like if you want to like get through lines quick.
Ooh.
Yeah. Here's an inside scoop.
Okay, let's hear it.
Here's an inside scoop for you. I would say like do like straight up, like if you're, let's say you're going to the dry side first, like that's your deal.
Yeah.
Go straight to the roller coasters and
Okay,
do roller
yeah.
coasters first. Like go all the way to the end of the park
And work back.
and work back.
Yep.
Stunt Pilot rarely has a long line because
Yeah.
it has 2 trains, so it goes super fast.
Yeah.
So don't even worry about catching that. Like I would go straight to the wood coasters and Aftershock.
Yes.
Good one.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a good
If
one.
you're choosing to go to Boulder Beach first,
Yes. Okay.
same situation. Go, really?
Eagle hunt.
Oh, I forgot about Eagle Hunt. Okay,
Yeah.
true. Okay, if you're wanting to ride Eagle
Yeah.
Hunt, which is so fun, you go to Eagle Hunt first
Yeah.
because it is like so, the line gets
Yeah,
really
it's
long.
popular. Yeah.
But if you're not interested in Eagle Hunt, I would do the same thing as I would on the dry side.
You go ride
Go
her favorite ride.
Right to
Yeah.
my favorite ride, Avalanche Mountain.
I learned.
Because that one
You're never gonna
that one
forget
always,
now
those
either.
always have long lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, those,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're popular
They're popular.
because
That's a good one.
they're the best.
Yeah.
They're so fun.
Very true.
Yeah, and
That's
get
great.
a muffin top.
And get a
for
muffin
Well,
top.
that's-
And, that's
yeah,
the thing
it's
too.
good.
If you want to get a muffin top and want to try a muffin
Yes.
top, you have to get it in the morning. So like get here.
Where? How have I not
Okay.
heard about muffin tops?
You haven't
And
had
I
a
work
muffin
here.
top?
They're right.
No.
What
Oh
is
my
this store out
gosh.
here?
This is the front coffee house.
The front
They
coffee
have
house.
Silverwood
muffin
Coffee
tops?
and Roasting Company.
Yeah, so
Silverwood Coffee Company and
you have
Roasting
to get it right when you come in because
Okay.
it's before you actually get into the park.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yes,
you come
it's in
through
the
the gates,
front coffee house
but-
right when you come in the gates.
Yeah,
it's where
yeah.
the cinnamon rolls are. It's like
Madness.
our
We have
bakery's in
cinnamon
there.
rolls?
What?
They're so good. The cinnamon rolls are delicious.
I eat at the wing
muffin
over.
tops
Like
are
that's
delicious.
it.
True.
So yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to get a muffin top, they
Oh my
sell out
gosh.
really quick because they're
Yeah, get
popular.
here.
So
We always do
you
this
have
before
to
lunch,
get
and
there.
we always end up talking about food.
It's true.
My belly just went.
Yeah, cinnamon rolls are in there. Chocolate croissants.
Oh,
those
those
are
are
good.
good.
Those are really
Those
good.
are good.
Anything in there is probably really good. And then you can get like a coffee.
The
We roast our own
pastries are just
coffee.
so
Yeah.
bomb.
I have had a Lotus from there.
So you've been in there.
Yeah.
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 So you know what we're
So-
talking about.
No, well, there were no goodies in there when I was there because the park was closed.
Okay.
Yes, and
We'll have to
Justin
make a
was
trip.
serving Lotuses
Yeah.
that day. So yeah,
Didn't you guys share the muffin top recipe at one point?
A long time ago.
long
But that
time
is
ago.
We
that
should
is secret.
find
That
that.
is
We
super
have-
secret. We
And
Did
we
you
had
get
it
in
at
trouble
home
for-
still.
I think we
had it at
pulled.
Lauren, will you
we
make me
pulled it
some
off.
muffin tops, please?
It never worked out.
No.
No,
Literally,
unfortunately.
we would try.
No,
we would try to make
made
it
the
at
muffin.
home.
We
Yeah.
made it for the Super Bowl that one year,
Oh right.
and they were good, but we made them
Yeah.
little because the muffin tops
Right.
are big
well,
normally.
because they're only a top, right? Like
Yeah,
they're
just a top.
technically
The
only
good
supposed to be a
stuff.
top.
we made just
good stuff.
muffins out of it.
and they weren't as good.
But I think in the original recipe that we posted, because I think we posted on Pinterest, I accidentally said baking soda instead of baking powder or one or the other.
no.
And so people were
Oh,
following
no.
it.
That's a
They're like,
big-
this doesn't taste right. I'm like, because it's not right.
Oopsie.
Whoops. But it is, I think we pulled it down because it is a secret recipe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In other words, Jordan got in trouble.
Because it's original Frenchie, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to find this somehow, some way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try.
Try.
Okay, everyone in our in studio audience right now is absolutely freezing.
Yeah.
We've got
studio
Look
audience.
at all of us. We're like,
Yeah,
we're just like,
cool.
I got my blankie
I'm, like,
today.
shivering.
So I love you both, but this is where we're going to
Yes.
cut things
Sounds
off and
good.
say goodbye. Thank you, Lauren,
Yes,
so
thanks for
much for
having
coming
me.
in
Thank
and
you.
embarrassing Jordan today.
Nice
I thoroughly
week.
enjoyed it. Yeah. So you two will see each other later. I hope to see you soon.
Yes,
Yes.
we will.
Feel free to make me some muffin tops.
We'll
Oh, your
bring them
chocolate
next
chip
time.
cookies are really good too.
oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
So that's something I should include is that Lauren's a great baker.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
true.
you.
So yeah. All right.
Okay.
And
Thanks
with
for
that,
having me.
thanks for listening to the Silverwood Show podcast. We'll see you next time. And that's a wrap on this week's ride.
That was even that scary.
Thanks for tuning in to the Silverwood Show. If you had a blast, make sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and share the fun with your fellow thrill seekers. Got a question, story, or suggestion? Send it our way to podcast@silverwoodthemepark.com for a chance to be featured in our Mail Train segment. Until next time, keep your hands and feet inside the podcast and stay thrilling.
Let's go again.
Silverwood, come join the fun.